Alright, we're cleaning the carpet, and we're going to do first thing we're going to do is we're going to vacuum everything with the Bissell Powerforce Bagged vacuum. And that's what we got it for, because this is going to probably have some debris and stuff down. And this is one particular apartment, they got people moving in, and there's no housekeeping been done or anything. And you can see that it's not really ready. This is a weekend too, this is a Saturday, so they said the people are moving in the next day when the office opens. They're going to have people moving in. So they're getting the carpet cleaned at the last minute. And I don't even think the maintenance isn't even finished working in here, but they got people moving in first thing. I guess Monday morning?
Tuesday.
But, oh yeah, it's Labor Day Monday, so Tuesday morning. But we're going to do a little vacuum. I just want to show a preliminary. Don't know what's under this tarp yet. We're going to have to move that and everything because they left everything out. But let's see how the closets look. Yeah, don't look like it's too bad. The carpet doesn't look all that awful, but it's worn out. But anyway, we're going to vacuum it real quick. If you want to see the Bissell vacuuming, that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to do another video with the carpet cleaning, but that's going to be a separate thing. He's just getting everything ready so we can go right to that. Stay tuned, we'll get the Bissell going. Alright, we're going to start our pre-vacuum now.
moving the cord. We're gonna keep going.
This carpet's so worn out that I don't know if it's really lifting the pile of grade, but
Well, I'll say
It's
one
doing a
thing.
decent job.
I'll say one thing. This machine, I'm not getting tired at all.
yeah, it's real
This is
lightweight
the
and easy to
easiest- Out of
push.
all the vacuums used, this is the easiest machine I've ever used. I love
Oh, and we will go around. I'm not going to do it on camera. We're going to take the hose off and we're going to go around with the wand and do all the edges real extra good. And in the closets and
We'll do the
stuff.
closets on camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut this door 'cause
nobody wants to see that.
We'll vacuum the closets, just not on
Now the cord
camera.
is short, so let me see if I can reach the
Yeah.
end of the room.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
And it reaches. It's 20,
And like you've seen, he has to move the cord on the other side of his body sometimes because that can add some stuff. Okay.
But it's a it's a nice vacuum. It's ultra light.
Yeah.
You can't get tired using this.
We
thing.
enjoy using it. Sometimes we have to carry our equipment, several hundred yards because of the parking lots
Yeah.
in this place. So a lightweight vacuum is definitely a big
Oh, and
plus.
someone's asked for how do we charge a vacuum, and I'll tell you right now, we charge $10 per room. We do 2 passes and we edge clean. That's how we charge. And if it's a bigger place like a
Yeah, if it's a huge
like a
room.
conference hall, we could charge $20 or $30 per room just for vacuuming.
Yeah.
But on houses and apartments, we charge $10 per room. Hallways are usually free.
Yeah,
That's
most of
how
the
we
time,
charge.
this is an apartment complex. They usually have housekeeping done before we get here. But like with residential customers, we ask them to vacuum before we arrive. And if they don't have a vacuum or something like that, we'll do it for an additional charge.
So this is an additional $20 add-on to the carpet cleaning because it's 2 rooms,
Yeah.
so $20. That's how we charge. That's all.
Now,
we
carpet
charge.
cleaners technically are supposed to vacuum your house before they carpet clean, but that's something they're supposed to do. But none of them can afford to do it because of the time
We
involved
do
vacuuming.
it, but we charge for it.
Yeah, and you can't charge. People won't pay the
You have
rate.
to charge for it, or it's not worth your time.
Yeah, so
It's
you just
supposed
do the
to-
best you can. It's a compromise situation.
Yep.
Anyway, here goes. I can hear it picking stuff up.
Just pick the stuff up.
And this is not a super loud vacuum. It's kind of loud, but not super loud.
So I'm sitting here talking over.
Yeah.
The doctors and the sanitary are a lot louder than this.
Well, the sanitaries are loud, but they're not. They have a different pitch. It's not a bad sound at all. All right. I don't know what that was.
It's a piece of plastic paper, like a packaging. Came off a package of potato chips.
Don't forget behind the door here.
I will. When I get over there, I'll get it.
I can see it's lifting the carpet a little bit.
Well, it does an impressive job. When we first got this, I thought it was going to be a real piece of junk.
We both thought it was going to be. It's like, well, we needed something we could do, that isn't going to tear up expensive vacuum cleaners. And this thing's actually turned out to be a pretty nice vacuum in its own. Now, it may not last as long as other vacuums, but it's a good vacuum. If you take good care of it, it should last you a while.
We do have respect for it.
Yeah, we don't try to abuse it in any way. We take care of it. When you get done, remember, I got to go around and do all the edges. I'll get the cloths too. I see they got a red stain.
Yeah.
We're not going to mess with it.
We're not charging for it, so we're not taking it out.
Yeah, red stain, any kind of red stain or anything like that starts at $30. It goes up from there, and this apartment complexes, a lot of times they don't want to pay the spot treatment. Now it may come out when we clean, but it probably won't. Although sometimes they do.
But if my brother shows where the vacuum height is set, I've never seen a carpet yet where you need to set the vacuum lower than this. If you set it down lower than it's set right now,
it just sucks to the carpet.
You're probably just beating up the carpet.
If it's hard to push, and on some carpets it can be kind of hard to push in one direction or something like that, just raise your height up a little bit. It may not be, it's kind of a compromise. You can't always get a perfect position. Now I'm not going to put a link in the video for this, but basically it's a Walmart exclusive. So if you decide you want to get one of these, I think they're a nice little vacuum for under $50 generally, sometimes a lot less than that. If you get a chance to pick one up, it's a good vacuum to have in your collection. And if you only have one vacuum for your whole house, I think it's a decent one. It's got the attachment. You can put attachments on it and clean other hard to reach areas, so that's kind of nice. And it's doing what we needed to do, which is get a lot of this dirt out of the carpet so we can clean it.
Oh yeah, the carpet looks real good now.
Yeah, we've kind of had to change our philosophy on vacuuming, just because so many people don't own vacuums anymore and they don't vacuum very good. Well, you just simply can't get all the dirt out in one vacuuming session.
No.
And when you're trying to go clean a carpet, you can't spend 3 or 4 hours vacuuming the carpets because they're not going to.
Not if they're paying.
Yeah, they're not going to pay for that. So you just kind of got to get the loosen stuff out so you can clean, and then you just can't worry about all the other stuff that's in there because they're just not paying you for getting 100% of the dirt out of their carpet. It takes too long to do it, and they don't want to pay for it, and you just have to compromise at some point because you got to get work done because you got more than one job to do. All right. Now I'm going to show you. Just leave that all there because I got to use it some more. But I'm going to show you what we do. There's a new bag that's not been used. We've been taking the bag out because a lot of these apartments have bed bugs and they have fleas and of course dust mites, but we keep this in a bag, and as you can see there's fleas. I hope you can see it. There are fleas in that bag, and we keep this bag sealed. So unfortunately the vacuuming process doesn't really kill a lot of your parasites, I guess you call them. And instead of taking that back in our house, what we'll do is when we get done in this apartment, we're going to take that bag out, we're going to fold it up, seal it in a plastic bag.
That bag will not go in our house, it will go in our van. When we get done here, that bag's going in that plastic bag, it's going to be Ziploc.
And then we'll put a new bag on there, and then what I do is a lot of times I'll run that vacuum for just a couple of minutes just to make sure everything gets pulled into the bag, and then as soon as I shut it off, I'll take that bag off of there so that anything that's in there doesn't have a chance to crawl back into the vacuum itself, and then I'll put a new bag on there, and then that's about as good as you can do it. I mean, you're going to end up, there's still going to be some bugs maybe that didn't make it all the way into the bag yet, and they're going to be in the hose or whatever. But I mean, at a certain point, you could store the vacuum outside, I guess, but just take reasonable precautions.
If you take the bag out, your vacuum's safe. Just get the bag out.
Yeah, like right now, everybody in the bag's crawling back out through the hose because you shut the vacuum off. And I know most of them are killed, but now I guess you could vacuum up if you wanted to. You could vacuum up some of that diatomaceous earth or something like that. You could put a little bit down on the carpet and vacuum it last of all. And that way you coat your bag with that stuff, and that should kill them off, but, just to make sure nothing crawls back out.
Well, but anyway, we know people like this Bissell vacuum. We want to do a video on it, and we will do it here and there. We don't vacuum all the time because we don't always get paid to do it, but we'll try to shoot a video of it.
But it did a good job standing up the carpet fibers and everything.
I didn't think it would. I told my brother this carpet was flat.
It has a stiff brush roll in it, and you want to be careful because some of those stiff brush rolls, they can damage some carpets, so be careful. If you see a lot of carpet fuzz, in the bag or anything like that, then maybe you should try to find a vacuum with a softer brush roll for your house.
But for those of you who asked us, if you're getting into this, you want to know how much to charge customers for vacuuming? If it's houses and apartments, you'll charge them $10 a room.
Well, depends on your area, but yeah, around here.
You can throw in the hallways if you want to, but don't do this stuff for free for customers. You don't owe them that.
No, you don't have to. We used to do that. We used to vacuum real thoroughly and then just clean, and we weren't charging enough for it for a lot of those.
Yeah.
It just got to be where it's like you could just vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and still pick up dirt. At a certain point, you just have to say, that's enough. And
well, you don't have
unless they're paying you, if they're paying you a premium price to vacuum like that, then you can spend half a day vacuuming.
You don't have to tell your customers you charge them for vacuum. Just when you give a carpet cleaning estimate, tack on $10 per room on top of the estimate, and don't say nothing about it.
Whatever you want to charge, because it was so dirty.
Yeah.
And it's just you charge what you need to.
Sometimes you have to come through first with a shop vac.
Yeah, if the carpets are if they have a lot of debris and everything, then you need to charge for
screws and nails and stuff. You have to come through with a shop vac, and then you come through and you're gonna charge, maybe $30 or $40 a room into that kind of a situation.
Yeah, when someone's hiring someone to clean their carpets, that shouldn't include having to vacuum everything out if they haven't. But they should vacuum and have it prepared when you arrive so that you can just do your cleaning. And if they don't do that, you should charge them for the vacuuming. And there's times you walk away from a job because it just isn't going to be, they're not wanting to pay anything and it's too dirty.
Yeah.
And if they're just they're too cheap or they just don't have enough money, and you just walk away and don't do any of it because you're going to be throwing in too much labor for free.
Our attitude is you can pay us what we do or you can call somebody else.
Yeah.
We don't need your business.
Well, I'm going to turn the camera off at this point. This is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to do some more vacuuming real quick while he gets ready to start pre-spraying. But this is basically the gist of what we're doing here. That's why we're edge cleaning, because it doesn't always 100% grab.
Yeah, you got to edge clean.
But that's all we're going to show in this video anyway, and hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, thanks for watching.